Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Sling Hope, and I got another video for y'all. In this video, I will be talking about how women's sexual liberation only really benefits men. And I'll tell you why. But before I get into that, if you like my content, just please give it a thumbs up. It helps, YouTube kind of like circulate the content. Also, if you find it beneficial, share it. And also leave me a comment to see, if we agree, we disagree, or what are your thoughts. So let's get into the video. Women's sexual liberation only really benefits men. One, because it grants men more access to sex. Since teenagers, right? Since men first start getting a hard on and their hormones start changing, they be out here chasing sex, right? 1 in 3 men are not getting laid, right? So a lot of men are really just playing the game, faking the funk, because they're really just trying to get laid. And even with this whole sexual liberation and women coming out more in droves and giving up the coochie for basically nothing, men are still struggling to get laid because a lot of women are usually having sex with like the same kind of men, right? So the point I'm trying to make is this: in this whole age of a woman thinking that she can have a lot of sex with whoever, however, wherever, right? And she thinks she's going to be empowered the same way that a man is empowered when he has a lot of sex with women, it's delusional, right? Because for instance, a man that had, and a lot of women will say this, they like a man who is wanted by other women. A woman dealing with a man that other women want, they like that, right? Because they feel like they won in the competition. They feel like they conquer something. They feel like they won at something, right? So they like the fact that other women want her man, but she has him. So the fact that all of these, you're sleeping, you're betting all these women who control the access to the vagina and you're getting it from them. It's almost like you're conquering all these different women. So women in some way like that. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to like I don't want my man. They like that, right? So a woman, on the other hand, she is out here believing that she could become that man, but it's not, because you're not going to get praised like that man, right? You're never going to get praised like that. And at the end of the day, you're given so easily the one thing that man really want out of you, which is your vagina. So as you think is being empowering for you, it's really beneficial to that man. So some guys might even gas you up like, yeah, man, feminism, yeah, power to the women, like, yeah, YOLO, you only live once. And they gonna gas you up because it's a benefit to them. This is what they want. 1 in 3 men are not getting laid. So yeah, they benefit from this. They don't got to take you on dates like they used to. They don't got to spend a lot of money on you. They don't got to wait 3 to 6 months. They don't got to be in a relationship with you. They don't got to sing you a song. Like, they don't got to do all of this shit that they had to do back in the days to sleep with you. Like, man, this shit piece of cake. So a lot of men is like, yeah, they benefit from it, but they're not going to wife you. So let me get to the next point. The next point is no shame, right? This whole no slut shaming and this and that, right? Again, some women think this is beneficial to them. And don't get me wrong, some sluts do get married. You got the Cardi B's, and I'm not calling her a slut, but you know what she used to do, right? So anyway, you got some women who they escape through the cracks, and you got some weird men who still decide to marry them and cuff them and embrace them and have children with them and do all of these things with those women. But for the most part, you still going to be shamed. You are still going, it's like I said, it's not going to be the same like men. Men get praised. Women, because you control the access to the vagina, because it's almost like I had to do something. I had to prove myself to get it from you. And because I no longer have to prove myself to get it from you, it's like, yo, people gonna be like, damn, she was easy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to go like you're still gonna get shamed, right? Because the thing is, women still talk trash about men who sleep around, right? They call them hoes, they call them thoughts, they call them all type of stuff. But the difference is, men take those things and it boosts their ego. Men kind of like, women don't want that, right? They want to be able to sleep around, and yet they don't want to be shamed. They don't want nobody talking about it. They don't want nobody calling them thoughts. They don't want nobody calling them hoes. It doesn't work like that. When you choose to indulge in whatever you're going to indulge in, however behavior, I'm not here to police no coochie, but when you choose to indulge in whatever behavior you choose to, you have to embrace the consequences. And in this case, people are not going to stop calling you a hoe. People are not going to stop calling you a slut. People are not going to stop shaming you. And the last thing I would say is this. And how does that benefit men? It benefit the shame thing benefits men because it's like, I feel like a lot of women, right? When we talk about no shame, it has brought a lot of women out because they think that they're not going to be shamed. So a lot of women are really hoeing and are really like doing something, right? Because I feel like a lot of times women were curbed from not indulging in certain type of behaviors because they were being shamed to a higher extent, right? Their mothers were shaming them, their aunties, the church preacher, everybody was shaming women who were sleeping around. Everybody was shaming. At one point, you was getting shamed if you was born out of wedlock. But what is happening today? We're not shaming people no more. Well, some people still gonna shame you, but for the most part, people are like, don't shame, don't do this. You can't even call somebody fat, right? Because you're fat shaming. So this whole thing about not shaming, it has really brought out a lot of women. So it's almost like if your woman is low key a hoe, but she doesn't really want to be a hoe because she's afraid of what other people might say. Do I really want that woman? Nah, because at some point in some time you might sneak around and be sneaky with it, right? So nobody really likes a sneaky hoe. So I like the men like the fact that y'all believing in this bullshit no shame shit because it's bringing y'all out and it's really exposing y'all whole behavior, because there's still a lot of women who believe in their value and they value themselves. But I'm gonna get to that. But the whole no shame thing and the women that are buying into it, they're coming out and men are like, okay, so you been a hoe, oh you a hoe, you a hoe. So they figuring out because they making process of elimination of who they're gonna try to settle down with and who they want to mother their children, right? And the last thing I'm gonna say is it does not increase your value. So again, it connects to the other point, right? When men are trying to decide who is the best candidate to have children with, and a lot of dudes be fucking this up, but when men are trying to decide who is the best candidate to do this with, they are looking at certain things, right? This is why a lot of times men, sometimes no good men get good women pregnant, right? Because they know she's a good woman. They know she's not out here doing certain shit. They know she's about her business. She got her degree. She got her this. She got her that. She's centered, right? So a lot of there's a lot of good women who just fell for the trap, who just got bamboozled, hit in the head, and so even when men are deciding sometimes who to get pregnant, they're thinking about a value system, right? They're not getting the regular, the regular. I don't even know the name for these chicks, but they thinking in a value system. So a lot of times chicks think that having a lot of bodies, again, they think it's empowering them, but like men are looking at them like, okay, I don't really want to be with a woman who has 100 bodies. There's also a study that says that women with 5 bodies or more, or no, women with over 5 bodies, it's harder for them to settle down, right? It's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into that. Again, that's just one stat, that's just one research, I believe. You can also look into it, but anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that, again, women and men don't get rated the same because women control the access to sex. So if it's so easy to get into your treasure box, how valuable are you, right? How valuable are you? Men don't control that. We only get what we are allowed. So if women don't allow us to get the box, then we wouldn't really be getting the box, right? We will have to still do all of those crazy things that they used to do back in the days. We still have to be out here singing you songs. We get married. We had to do all that sucker shit that these dudes was doing back in the days, right? To trying to get into the women because it was harder to get the box from a lot of these women, and women were being shamed. So I was saying all of those things. A lot of times women just make it easier for a man to pick and choose and recognize who is it that he really wants and who is it that he really don't want. And lastly, I would just say this, like, a lot of women confuse the fact that they confuse a man who would just smash him over a man who really wants to pour into you. Like, a lot of times women can't decipher, right? Don't think because a man just want to smash you that he wants you, right? That he wants to build with you, that he wants to take care of you, that he wants to build a legacy, that he wants to have children with you. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. And a lot of women are falling into this trick. But hey, it is what it is. Excuse me. I just wanted to make this video, and I just wanted to tell the sisters that it is what it is. When you decide to engage in a certain behavior, if you think it's empowering, go ahead. But I'm just letting you know what's going on behind the scenes, how dudes is talking about you, what we are saying. And what's going on. Like the other day, I'm gonna leave y'all. This is like the last story, right? I was talking to some hoe. We just having a conversation. And I was listening to this girl, and she was just like talking about her dreams and her aspirations, and how she wanted to get married, and how she was like, I'm waiting for my husband, and this and that. And I'm just like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, yo, I try so hard not to laugh in that girl face, but it was just like, yo, some of these girls go through, they justify whole years, whatever, they think it's justified, right? But some of these chicks go through this period in time where it's like, you smashing around, you just getting crazy. And it's not even like these chicks move out the hood. They don't even move out the hood. Like they just getting crazy in the neighborhood with friends, with cousins, with they got a track record, right? And then it's like, you really sitting here thinking that shit was liberating, and now some dude about to come marry you. And then the ones that think they're gonna get married and get pampered and somebody gonna take care of them, yo, you're even way more delusional than I thought. So it's just amazing to me how some people really be thinking like that, right? That like, yeah, I'm gonna just get crazy, and then I'm gonna speed date in my 30s, and somebody's just gonna settle with me. Why? Just because what is it that is so valuable about you, right? What is it? If everybody had you, if everybody had a piece of you, what is so valuable about you? If everybody had you. So, with that being said, let me know what y'all think, man. What is y'all thoughts? Do y'all feel like it is benefiting women? Do y'all feel like it's not? Let me know in the comment section. And if you like the video, make sure you share it. Till next time. Peace.